Hi guys, I'm here with my passion planner and I'm going to attempt to do a plan with me today. I've taken my gaunt off just to give me a bit more dexterity as I'm trying to do a few more things without it on, just to help build the strength back up. We'll see how it goes. I am hesitant about doing this on camera, but we're going to do it anyway. So I thought I would share with you how the current week is shaping up. We're on Saturday morning at the moment. I've discovered in the past few weeks my planning routine has changed. So Thursday night there's still an element of planning going on, but it's more sort of like sketch notes in my bullet journal, whereas this tends to happen at the weekends now. So I really love this week. This is definitely one of those weeks where I'm opening it up and thinking I like it a lot. It makes me happy. It's the Poppy Fields collection from Elliebeth Deisgns, which I've only used in this week. I may use some of it in the next week in my bullet journal, but my bullet journal is going through a bit of a change, so I don't know yet. So we're going to go to the next week, and as you can see, I've already been in with the whiteout to cover up the headers at the top of the page, because I'm going for a slightly different look. So, oh, that was fortuitous. So if I go back to this week, with my headers, I did a strip of washi and then put the days and dates in on top. And I thought I would do the same again this week, but the washi is a little bit pale and I didn't want it showing through. So, big reveal, not big reveal, I don't know. We're going with the Grateful Heart collection this week, which I really enjoy. I've used it last week in my bullet journal, so there's bits of all sorts in this kind of pile. I just grabbed out the whole collection. And I had ordered a couple of extra sheets, so I ordered the washi and the half boxes because I just had this feeling I was going to use it quite a bit. I enjoy the look of it, definitely. So I'm going to go with some pale washi across the top and then put these headers down. These ones I've got this kind of colour, so they're not black, but they're very, very dark. So we're going to go with that across the top to start off with. So all of the washi off my sheets off the side is on the dividers that go in the sticker 8 binder. If I can get it off is the next challenge. And I really like this pale green. There's something about this that is just quite calming and soothing, and I think it's just a really nice colour. So that's why I'm going with that. But equally I really like the dark washi in this. Like, I just think the whole combination is lovely. I'm going to apologise for the noise. We've got a final break in the rain, and everybody's finally seems to have left their house this morning, and it's chaos outside and everything sounds louder than normal because it has rained and the roads are wet. So there we go. It's actually got so bright now that I've had to close my blinds slightly. It was blinding me. I couldn't actually see what I was doing, which is kind of ironic really when you can't get enough light into this room this week given the weather. So these strips are obviously longer, and I'm not covering up the today's focus. I know some people do, and Lindsay, who's on the design team, shared her spread in her passion planner this week, and she's covered hers up, and that's fine, you know, it's your planner, but I like that space for me to record stuff. So there we go. I'm just trimming that off on the edges. This way I have to move things around to do it as well. So it feels like so long since I've done a plan with me video. Like, I'm not sure I can concentrate and talk at the same time. I'll probably be fine. I'll be fine. I'll get back into the groove of it quite quickly, I expect. So that's the washi across the top. Now I'm going to go in with these, and I'm going to try and sort of mirror the original layout of the day headers. So you have the day on the left hand side and the date on the right hand side. So and I don't mind overlapping that bit a little as well. I just think this is, you know, I've used these particular headers in my bullet journal a couple of times, just because, you know, they're nice and I just don't have the patience for fancy lettering at all, so it looks quite nice. But I remember really liking the effect, and I didn't want to have a dark spread this week. And obviously I've used the pale headers, so I thought if I put the dark ones in, it would kind of make it quite a dark look, which I didn't really want because it's been so dark and gloomy. I wanted it to be a little bit more uplifting. So I thought I would do this and see how it goes. So that's the days in. I'll add the dates in later. I will just use these numbers here. It's not very exciting, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now, with this collection, I have had to veer away from my favourite mild liners because there weren't any colours that I particularly liked. But I have gone rummaging in my Faber-Castell felt tips for some boxes as well. For some pens to create my coloured boxes. That's what I wanted to say. So, headers at the top. I'm going to cover these bits up now. What I have been doing is using just the standard washi strips off the sheets to cover up those headers. I can't find my washi strip. And I thought about using these lovely thin ones here, but these are actually too thin. They cover these bits really, really nicely, but they're too thin for this bit. Luckily, I have some leftover strips and stickers from one of the monthly pages, and these I think will fit really well, so I'm going to use these. They should just about fit, hopefully. This is where I get to the end and it doesn't fit, it's a bit too short. I can live with that, I can cope with that. I don't want to go glitter or the little pumpkins. I might go pumpkins. And what I might do, just to avoid the gap, is just slice here. Really carefully. And then carry it on. There we go. So that fits really nicely, and that just gives me a little bit more room for my sort of general to-dos for the week, which is what I was thinking. And I was also going to take one of these and place it in here. I'm going to place it at this end, I think. And this is something I used to do in my classic quite a bit when I got the monthly notes kits. Obviously I didn't use the notes in the monthly spread because it didn't quite fit, but it used to fit perfectly on the weeklies. And this isn't quite perfect, but I just thought it might be nice to have a sort of like synopsis of the week or something in there as a little bit different, really. Try something new, never hurt anyone. I'm going to go with this super thin glittery washi to cover the headers over here, since I've covered everything else. I kind of feel like if I had some left over it would look strange, so that's what I'm doing there, and we'll do that bit as well. There we go. So washi is down. I'm just thinking other stickers. Now I did also pull out a whole pile of other bits. So I've got my sort of my rag trackers, as I call them, so like red, amber, green for each day of the week. I've obviously got my apples that I use for work. my hydration stickers, which will probably go down next, a couple of weekly trackers, and then my bins, recycling and planner icons. It's not a bin week this week, it's a recycling week, so I don't actually need those. There is no guides this week because of Carnival, so that's one thing I don't need to worry about. So, hydration stickers. There's none that really go. I'm going to go in with the dark green, I think. And I think I am going to, oh no, I'm going to stack them vertically next to this box, I think. I'm going to put in the light grey. And this kind of purpley colour. It isn't in the collection, but I kind of feel it sort of goes-ish. There we go, in there, and then does the pink go? Yeah, I suppose it does. I'll stick that in there as well. Go back for another dark green. That's not a hydration sticker. I'll go slightly warmer grey. Hold on, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, this gives me more room if I use the thinner stuff. And I suppose I have to put number 7 this side. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll end up going with the other dark green there. Which I know is kind of up against that, but there we go. So that's my hydration stickers in there. So I think I'm going to time to get out the pens and draw some boxes for work this week. I'm going to mix it up. So Monday will be a relatively shorter day because of Carnival. So the Somerset Carnivals are like a procession of illuminated floats at night in the middle of November when it's nice and cold. But my road that I live on gets closed. All the roads around me get closed. Everyone who works where I live but lives somewhere else is trying to get out early to avoid the rush, and everyone that works somewhere else but lives where I live is trying to get back early to avoid all the closures. So it gets a little bit crazy sometimes around here. Now I'm just debating whether I want to colour in these boxes or not, because I have done in the past and I'm just not quite sure whether I want to or not. I think I will end up colouring them. Wait and see. That felt uncomfortable. I might have to take a little bit of a break and then come back and do some more once I've done these boxes, because while these pens don't require much pressure, they're quite thin. So it's kind of like the writing position these days is a little bit strange. So I might have to just pause, regroup. It's kind of approaching time when my painkillers have worn off, so that's not really surprising. And then, oh, postie. I didn't think I was expecting any post today. Postie is on Bluetooth headset. There we go. Right, so that's my work boxes. And again, if I go to my apples, I might just have to put dark green stickers, maybe some of the pale purple ones. Put a yellowy one on there. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to pause because this is uncomfortable. I need to take a break and then I will come back and I will carry on. Okay, I had a bit of a break. I decided to colour in the boxes and the whole thing of keeping it nice and light has clearly gone completely out the window. But I'm really glad that I paused. Aside from giving me time to sort of recover, but my DT package arrived from Rachel in the post, which is why it was unexpected, and it's really, really nice. So it's What's New Wednesday on Wednesday, and this is one of the new collections. I've got 3 sheets from it, which are the sheets I tend to use quite a bit, which is fortuitous. And it's called And So the Adventure Begins, and look at this is just gorgeous. Like, look at the dark smoky colours in that. Like, I think this is kind of meant to be sort of New Year-y-esque feel, just because you've got like the champagne glasses and the high heels and stuff, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. So I am so pleased that I stopped to open that, because then I can share it with you and give you a little bit of a sneak peek ahead of Wednesday, when you can get this at 6 o'clock on the website. And remember, if you use my code, which I'll leave below, which is Robin10, you can get 10% off. Anyway, back to the plans. So I kind of feel like I've slightly ruined this by colouring in the boxes, but it was probably going to happen anyway, and I think as the week goes on it will settle in, I think is the phrase. So to the plans for the week. So I'm going to go with the pumpkins here, I think, for Monday. So that's about right. Monday, as I've said, is Carnival, which goes straight past our house, which means that we have my parents and my husband's parents all at our house at the same time, which is a really calm, stress-free experience for all of us. I am, of course, being sarcastic. It's a bit full-on sometimes. Okay, it's full-on all of the time when that happens. We did say, as I said, it's What's New Wednesday on Wednesday. And I'm just going to put that in there to mark that. Yes, I know it's a 6 PM thing, and that's far more, but we'll go with it. What other things are happening next weekend? Next Saturday is my father's birthday, so what I might do, I'm actually going to put this whole glittery, no, I'm not going to put that glittery one, because that glittery one is actually really useful for other things, because it's slightly thicker. I'm going to put, if I can find, oh, why did I take all of them out of the binder? It would have been so much easier to leave them in the binder. I'm going to take this glittery washi from here, and I'm just going to run it down the whole side of this. Okay, just for future reference, that's the same width as the timeline on these. That's amazing to know. I'm going to run this down the whole side of the page. I don't know what we're doing, but you know, it's important to know that it's his birthday, because something will be happening. So there we go. Oh, I haven't put my weekend strip down, have I? Let's put my glittery weekend banner down. I really like these as a sticker. I think they're really nice. Oh, and I think we're going to get rained on again. The light has suddenly just changed. There we go. So it's the weekend then, clearly. Aside from that, it's a relatively quiet week. There's not a huge amount going on. Obviously there's the work stuff, which never really changes. It's Carnival on Monday, but other than that, it's just kind of, that's it. So let's do some extra bits. Let's go with one of the checklists in here for the good bits that have happened. I want to put a label in here for my focus for the week. I'm going to go with the darker one, and having seen what I've done. See that with that dark colour scheme, they work beautifully, so clearly my intentions have not worked. So I'll put that in there. Let's set up my tracker for the week. So this is where I am trying to find, there's a pencil, and there is a ruler, that's okay. So 1, 2, 3. See, we're still counting even though it's not on my bullet journal. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. There we go. So that's my structure for my tracker for the week. I'm still contemplating what I'm going to do in that and whether I'm going to incorporate my pain tracker into this. I've got it set up in my bullet journal, just so I can kind of keep a track of days when I'm really struggling with my hand and my wrist, and I've got some kind of picture of what things look like and what is going to set things off, so to speak. So I am gonna just quickly write on my labels with my new pen. So I don't know if I've shared this or not yet, but I can't use biros anymore. It's taken me I've played around with different pens, but I'm definitely loving Pentel Energel more than the Papermate Inkjoy actually. That was the obvious one which I did try because I had it to hand. What's new Wednesday? Then it's Carnival. Then okay, can't really see that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to run it across there, I think. So layering up my stickers. That works, that works. We are also on that night, which I'm going to include, we're having people around for dinner. Let's go with this one. So, because we live in the same town as my husband's parents, they just walk up, but my parents live in one nearby villages, so they drive over, so we're having dinner with them before the carnival starts over here, obviously. So that's fine, but what is quite nice is that I'm not actually cooking. My sister's coming over and she's going to cook for us because we'll have been at work all day. I haven't put in any stickers for work, and I haven't got apples that I like. Blimey, that light has really gone, hasn't it? Oh, we'll just carry on for now. I haven't got any apples that work, so I'm going to use these boxes, sort of chunkier event labels. I kind of see them as, just to kind of have that space at the top to record what's going on at work. That is almost a perfect match. I like that. Kind of trying to tone them together a little bit if I can. There we go. So that's the work stuff that's going to go in, and then that's pretty much my setup for the week. I'm going to go back in and write everything in later, just because I want to have a little bit more of a think about this section here and what I'm actually going to put in my tracker for the week, and then just have a little bit of a mind migration moment to work out what I want to get done. So we'll see how that goes. So that is my loose setup for the week in my passion planner. Thank you for bearing with me, doing all the planning in one go. I've not done for some time. Definitely getting the idea of what I can and can't do, and it might be that I have to do some prep work next week if I'm going to film. I don't know. As I said, what's new Wednesday? 6 o'clock this Wednesday, the 14th. New releases on the Elliebeth Deisgns website. My code is below, where you can kind of have the And So It Begins collection and other collections I'm sure that will be on the way. Rachel normally releases a video with all of the full view of collections and any of the sheets that are being released on that Wednesday. So do look out for that. And I'm going to leave it there because it's getting darker and darker and darker, and you're not going to be able to see much else. So I'll be back next week, guys, and in the meantime, happy planning.